Welcome guys to another Dauntless video, and this is going to be JoeorgXIII kind of show you guys how to tackle the Gnasher trials, and hopefully I can show you guys how to tackle the behemoth, and hopefully you get to win and get those trial marks and stuff like that, because you want to get the gear, you want to look pretty much like sophisticated in a way where you're just pro. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys what kind of build I'm using so that it will help you guys. Usually this is a survival slash high attack build. I usually go with Iceborne over Power for staggering. Rage is also good because when Iceborne hits, you're gonna hit like 50%. It's gonna heal you under 50%. Rage works under 50%, as well as the Tough gives you more HP. And Engineer is just there for like when I help like random other Slayers on the queue and I help them out. As well as Discipline kind of puts you at 50% health anyway, so they all kind of synergize and they work really well. Anyways, when you jump in, ideally you want to pop up all your potions. It doesn't really matter if you wait out for this one because Gnasher kind of is very mobile, so he goes everywhere. Ideally, the first thing you want to do is get close, and there's two ways he's going to attack. He's going to swing his tail or charge at you. Ideally, you want to dodge those really easily and start hammering wild. And usually, if he doesn't tail swipe, the next thing he's going to do is he's going to slide towards you, and that's ideally the perfect for booping, as you can tell here. So ideally you want to use this opportunity to do lots of damage whenever you boop him, because ideally this is when he's very vulnerable. But most of the time, if you do enough damage, he will go in rage, as you can tell here, and he develops a leaf shield. Leaf shield, I don't think you can dodge there and your stamina doesn't rebuild. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So ideally you want to avoid that. But with the strikers, you can actually go in and go out no problem, especially with your surged ability. And with that, you can just again get in and out, and you can negate the leaf shield if you actually do manage to boop him. And as you can tell behind him, there's also the spiral electric balls things. Those are very dangerous because most of the time you're a one-shot KO. And if one of those electric balls doesn't hurt you, usually the second one will. So ideally you can dodge them or just walk, like you can just walk and dodge every attack really if you really need to. But again, there's so much things going on, it's going to be very difficult to kind of accomplish that. The other way is you can actually use the behemoth to your advantage. You just hide behind him, as you can tell here, and just damage him while protecting yourself from his attacks. Again, like I said, it only takes one to basically hurt you. And ideally you want to dodge them. I'm using the Hellion gloves mostly because it adds fire damage and stuff like that. And most of the times, if you're not booping him properly, you will lose the opportunity of an upper hand. Ideally, because you're just going to trade, and at that point, you have to just run away. You want to be able to survive these fights. You don't want to go in too aggressively. If you want to, yeah, it's great, but you don't want to lose the all of this health that you destroyed from him. You don't want to restart over and over again with just a simple trade. You want to make sure that you have lots of health before you charge in. Like right there, if I were to be just hit once, I'd be pretty much screwed. So again, you gotta watch out for his big tail. Ideally, you want to be right in front of his face. If you're in front of his face, most of the time, he'll always slide tackle you, and you can always boop him, as you can tell here, and you can just go ham. Ideally, that is the goal of the whole fight. Other than that, that's pretty much most of what you need to know. Well, again, you just gotta watch out when he uses his tail. Ideally, when he's enraged, you just wanna walk. You don't have to waste your stamina, because one of the things that you need for this fight is stamina. The other one is health. And when you see him staggered, most of the time your heavy attacks won't work, so ideally you have to keep trying. At the same time, you need to watch out for everything else going on in this fight. So, again, lots of things to do, but again, this is a worth it fight because it is fairly simple. He's a neutral behemoth, so ideally there's no negative and there's no positive when it comes to like the weakness and the weapons that you choose. So you can choose whatever you like. I personally go with Hellion, like I said. It's just you can use a lot of overpower when he's staggered. You add a lot of damage to that. And when it comes to potions, I usually go with the stagger or the blitz. The blitz kind of gives you extra attack speed when your health is low, which is perfect because you're already starting at 50% health. So that's ideal. And when it comes to beating him, it's all about practice. Like this is, I think I've been playing this for like 4 hours before I can actually beat him. Again, under 5 minutes is great. I would say check him out, and we're gonna check the leaderboards because ideally that's the goal, right? If you're under the leaderboard, if you are, you're gonna be able to be part of the trials, and you can unlock special stuff on the store, I think, which is like gold, prestigious things. But anyways, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.